exercise. This next exercise is an experiment to be able to discover how to direct my own thoughts. I sit quietly. My thoughts focus in the center of my forehead. I journey into my own inner world. I discover a whole world within my own being. I am the eternal being of light. And within myself, I have the capacity to choose whichever type of thought I want to create. For a few moments, I want to direct my thoughts into the consciousness of eternity, the awareness of truth. Who am I? I know that this body was created at a specific time. It has a beginning. It has a fixed lifespan. And so, at some point of time, later or sooner, the time span will run out and this body will finish. But I, the being of light, am eternal. I existed before this body was shaped, and I will continue to exist after this body finishes. I exist beyond the limits of time and space. I, the being of light, have a form that is infinitesimal, just a point. Everything contained within a point. I, the point of light, am immortal. In this awareness of eternity, of going beyond the limits of time and distance, I'm able to have a glimpse of truth. that which is reality, that which is unchangeable, that which is the constant anchor of the universe. I stay in this awareness of I, the being of light, and touch truth itself.
So good morning to everyone. Lovely to have you with us this morning. And also we have Sunil here. And Sunil looks after the kitchen here at the retreat centre, which is a very busy job. And we're going to have a chat and see. So learn a little bit about Sunil and how he thinks about things. And first we go back to childhood. So Sunil, tell us a little bit about your childhood, where you were born, and if you've got brothers or sisters or something about your early days.
First of all, I would like to thank you so much. Thank you so much to Sister Sally. She have been introduced me to come to Lura, and today, because of her insistence, I'm sitting here and I'm going to share something about my life and the experience of my life. So basically, originally I've born in Bombay. I've born in 1980. So my family is so ordinary on that time. In a very ordinary family, I've been born. And after that, slowly, when I've started growing up, my mother, my father, according to their strength, they have given us a lot of sustenance, and they have made us educated as well. And as long as the life keeps on changing according to that time, my life also has been started changing. So when I was young, I know I was quite mischievous on that time and a little bit nasty as well. But thing is that time my family background and the whole situation was quite different. Yeah, but I was surprised. I was surprised by myself when I've looked at that past and now it's a vast difference. I could say it's my fortune, and I was so quite fortunate that time also. From the beginning of my life, I've seen that when I've been when I finished my education, where I've got studied. After that, I was really having interested in the God. So when I've started that interest, and no one has inspired me about this thing, it was from my heart itself only. Because when I used to go to the play, there was a playground, and in front of the playground there was a temple. So I used to watch the temples every time, and I used to see what's happening there. And whenever the temples used to be, they have a prayer and all, I used to go and see what kind of prayers they're doing. And from that time onwards, I was so attracted to that temple. And I also think there's something is there inside the temple. Someone is calling me from there.
Wow.
So that time, I used to go. So whenever I used to go to the to the ground to play, as soon as we finished the playing, evening the temple used to start the bell after the prayers, and I used to go there to get the prasad from the temple. I wasn't having any idea about what's going on in this temple. I was just knowing that okay, this temple is something there's in the temple, so we have to go there. So this was when I was young, like I was 12, at the age of 12 or 13 maybe. I don't really remember what was my age at that time, but I could say that I was like 12, 13 years ago. So from that time onwards, I've been, I was having an attraction to the temples, to the prayers, and that sort of things.
Can you tell us, some people may not know prasad, can you explain what that is?
Prasad is like, if you go to India, in every temple, as soon as the prayer finish, as soon as the puja finish, they give some sweets. The sweets and the sweets has a different importance. Before they do the prayers, in India, we have the system that you have in the worshippers, those who do the worships, first they offer the sweets to the god, and after that, when the prayers finish, they distribute to the peoples.
Right.
Yeah, that's called the prasad, actually.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
And did the priests say anything to you? Did they?
No, I wasn't having that much understanding about what they are saying because I was so young, and we 4 or 5 friends, we used to go to take the prasad itself only, and we wasn't knowing that time what exactly the prayer's been doing and what exactly the pujas are and why they're doing. We don't know at that time.
But you were pulled.
Yeah, I was pulled because
to go.
Whenever I used to go there, I used to feel from my inside, from my heart, that someone is pulling me from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So that's why I used to go there whenever I finished my playing and all. So I used to go there for the prasadam too.
That's beautiful. I can imagine you as a little boy.
Yeah.
And what about your parents? Were they follow any religion or any worship sort of?
Actually, if you'll ask about my parents, actually, when I was young, in my family, there were 6 members in my family. One is my grandmother, father, mother, and we 3 brothers. So when I was young, quite young, when I was studying in the standard of 8th, that time my father, he left the body. He was having some disease, so that's why that's why he left the body after. And when my father left the body, because my father and grandmother, they were having so much attachment between them and love also. But when my father left the body, after a few years, like after 2 years, my grandmother, she have been deceased by the cancer. And after that, after a few years also, maybe after 2 years, exactly after 2 years, she left the body. So at present, in my family, my mom is there and myself is there. So my elder brother, he was also left the body in some incident in 1993. Yeah. So, but actually, this all circumstances and these all things which have been grown up, all these different circumstances, that all things have been made me strong to face all the things in the life.
And what about your mother?
So my mother is she's living, she's good, she's well, and I think because of her praise and because of her blessings, I'm here in this retreat center. And I think because of her sustenance, whatever the sustenance she has given me in her life, because of that only we have in this now.
That's
so
lovely.
I think it's a very interesting thing about my mom also. See, however it is, person, I don't know what person what he believe in the person's background, but somehow any mother gives a birth to the child, she takes a responsibility. Either she's poor, either she's rich.
Yes.
But she takes responsibility according to her strength, according to her financial strength. But yeah, somehow she made us educated. She have worked hard, but she have made in this position that we could do something in this world.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful. And how did you come to the Brahma Kumaris?
Yeah, it's a quite big mystery, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I know the day when I've been first introduced to the Brahma Kumaris. And before that, I would like to say, because as soon as the circumstances changes, keep on changing in my life, I've seen that I was been interested to do the worships. So from that time onwards, I used to do some worships, okay, for the devotees. And after that, slowly, I've been started reading the scriptures and some stories about the different peoples, different sages, different munis. And somehow I have been attracted. I could say that I was having a lot of interest to do all different types of things. But gradually, the things have been changing. One day, I think I could say that I was coming from the pathway, and there was one peace messenger's van was turning, and I saw the picture on that van, and there were few people were standing there, the van, and they were giving some introductions. And when I passed through that van, I feel from my heart that I could go and ask something, what's going on there. So that time I remember there was one person who was quite old than me on that time, and I've asked him, so what's going on actually here? And that person said, we are trying to give the introduction about the God. And I said, how come you can say that about the God? Yeah, then that person told me, okay, if you want to know something about the God, here is our center, and this is the address of our center. Anytime you can visit, and you can understand about the God. So I said, okay, fine, I can do that, no problem. But before that, at the same time, the day which have been introduced about that Brahma Kumaris, and before that, I used to do the bhakti as well. It like worship. I used to go for the different satsang. And that satsang, we used to read the scriptures about the Gita. So there were few people who used to sit in one gathering, and we used to read every day the Gita, and we used to do the talks. So I was having a little bit of knowledge about from the scriptures what is exactly the God is and what is exactly the devotion is. But when the person he told me about the God, I was really surprised. Is there any other God in this world? And that things makes me come to that center. So when I've been to that center, there was one sister. As soon as I've entered in the center, I saw the center was it was a very small, actually it's a very, you could say that as soon as I've entered in the hall was very in the red light, and you can see all over the hall, it was so white, and one sister was sitting there, and she was leading the meditation. As soon as I saw that sister, there was something incredible, the things which have been pulled in my heart, and I thought, okay, there's something miracle here. So from that time onwards, I've been slowly, gradually, I've been started going to the center, and the sisters who was there, because they used to give me the teaching about the whole things, because when I've been started going, that time they asked me to do the 7 days course. And that course also, I used to ask so many questions to the sisters, and the sisters used to get confused. I said, how it could be like that? How it could be say like that? That one day the sister told me, can I have you one request, please? I said, yes. Would you, if you don't mind, can you just keep on just keep on just coming here, and just keep on just learning what we are trying to teach you. And I'm sure that one day you will be able to understand what we wanted to teach you. I said, okay, fine. I'll not ask the questions. I'll just keep on coming. But yeah, slowly, they wanted me to, they have been understand that, okay, this person's really interested to know about the God. He's not just coming here to waste his time and waste our time.
A really big pull.
Yeah. So then she used to give me the different time. So that time I used to go to there, and she used to teach me about the 7-day course. Once the 7-day course have been done, and after that, I started listening to the Murli. So I used to go to the morning at a different satsang, and I used to come to the center and in the evening to listen to the Murli.
Can you explain what the Murli is?
At that time, actually, I was been thought that this is the God's Murli. This is the Supreme Being's Murli have been taught to the corporeal form of Brahma Baba. So I wasn't having idea what exactly the things were going. So that's how that time they have been taught me. So I was just keeping the continuous in the reading, understanding what exactly the Murli is. So gradually I've been started understanding the difference between the knowledge and the devotion. So slowly, I have been involved in between the sisters as a family member.
Wonderful.
So, and from that time, my life has been started transforming to the different part. Yeah. So this was my experience from the when I've been introduced as a devotion when I was there, and now I can see myself. I have been living my life as a Brahman, as a Brahma Kumar.
Very good. That's wonderful. And I heard that you've been serving, in many countries.
Yeah, actually, this was an other opportunity in my life, because I was grown up in the country, because I wasn't having the passport as well on that time. But thing is that somehow I've been asked from one sister. On that time, I was working in Shantivan kitchen, and I've started living in Shantivan from 2009. And somehow this one sister was there. She's been asked me, and she was knowing me from so many years, because when I used to go there to give some gifts from my deities. That time she used to know me. And one day she's been asked me whether would you be able to go to the foreign countries. I said, I don't have a passport. How can I go? And she tried to insist me, okay, doesn't matter. You try to make your passport. I would do the definite other things for you. I said, okay, no problem. But you're sure that you want to really go to the foreign countries? I said, yes, I want you to go. Then I was thinking on that time, okay, we'll just try, because once she have said, then we have to follow the instruction what the seniors have been given. So according to her instruction, I've been started the processing for the passport. And after 40 days, I've been received the passport as well. And yeah, after receiving the passport, I think she has spoken to Jayanti Ben on that time. And Jayanti Ben told, okay, fine. If this person really deserve to come to foreign countries, then we can give him a try. Yeah, then after that, I've been asked to go for the interview, because that time she told me to, okay, we'll try to send you to UK first. I said, fine, no problem. Then I've gone for the interview, and after some days, I've got the visa as well. And after that, I've been for the first time to the UK. And I would say really, because that time for me, it was I wasn't having any idea about the foreign countries, what exactly the things were.
You wouldn't.
But I could say, because of that strength and the courage of what we have been taught, and I think from that time onwards, I was having a quite dedication in my heart. And because of that, I never felt anything sorrow, any happy, any sadness when I've been there. Very free, I was so free with the people. I was so very calm with the people. And because of the understanding what we have got, according to that understanding, we have been served there. And I think that was the biggest opportunity for me in my life, that I could go there, I could stay there, and I would be able to serve there. So I lived for 1 year from 2015 to 2016 in Global House. So that time when I was leaving there, I started leaving there. So I used to live with a sister who was elder than me. I think she was 40 years elder than me. But I have learned something from her very nicely, because the way she used to the way she used to take care of the kitchen, that thing has really impressed my heart. Because she was quite strict, but thing is, at the same time, she was quite honest she was having quite honesty and the loyalty for the kitchen. So that thing has made me understand, see, this is how we have to learn the discipline. So somehow I've able to do the service there. And after some time, so Sister Jayanti, she have asked me, okay, would you be able to go to Oxford now? Because I think there's one sister who's taking care of the kitchen. She's not able to do more service. So I think it will be better that if you'll go there, because they'll get the more cooperation from you. I said, fine, I can go. So after going there also, I could say it's Baba's blessing that I could do my best. I've tried my best, whatever I can do, and I've given whatever the benefits I can do, I can give for them. So yeah, it's incredible for me also that I would able to learn something from those people also.
It's a very big retreat center.
It's a very big retreat center. And every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every weekend, you could say they used to come 100 people.
Yeah.
Sometimes 100, sometimes 80. And I would say that because of lots of zeal and enthusiasm in my heart, I never feel tired. I never felt anything that I've been missing India, I've been disappointed for something, never.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing for me, I think, and this is what Baba's blessing, actually.
Yeah, like the blessing from God.
Yeah.
And I notice here that you keep up your fitness, like after we've had the morning class, you go off before breakfast, you go for a run to Lura and back. That's a lot.
I think in the Brahmin life, it's really important. Because you can see, according to this time and circumstances all over the world, people are doing lot of efforts. People are making a lot of efforts to make the money, to sustain the family, to do the different things. But really, they don't have time to take care of their health. They don't have time to see themselves. So this is the main important things when it's begin from us. If you are really concerned about yourself, then you have to keep fit for yourself.
Very good.
And if you have that fitness in yourself, then I think the rest of the journey will be easier for you.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And Sunil, if a problem comes along, how do you solve that problem? What do you do to solve the problem?
I think problems are all over the world, Sister Sally. For personally, I could say that, see, the things which have been grown up, in the different circumstances, the circumstances have taught me so many things. Because I can say I've grown up from down to the earth, now I have come to here. So when I was in that ground level, I have learned so many different things. To how to deal with the people, how to understand the people's activity, how to understand their mentality, how to understand the things. So these all things I've learned when I was quite young. And that things have made me mature. So always I used to think, see, I could say personally, as a Brahma Kumar, so it's the main important thing is that, first of all, we have to be ourselves very loyal and very honest for ourselves.
Yeah.
Because these things will make you a very disciplined way. Your life will come in a very disciplined way. Because if there is no discipline in your life, there will be a lot of problem in your life. And I've understood this. If you have these three virtues in your life will be quite stable, and you'd be able to face any kind of circumstances in your life.
So which ones were they? Courage?
Courage is the main important thing. And not just the courage, because if you say, because we are practicing from so many years, doing the meditation, doing the service, and leaving the purity, these all things have been, it's a foundation of our life. And because of this foundation, because of this firm foundation, we have grown up. And this foundation is giving us the strength
Yeah.
to deal with all the different circumstances with the different people. So I could personally say that, see, it is not easy. First of all, we have to stable ourselves in life. And because if we don't understand what exactly we are doing in a life, that life will not be able to, because in that life, the consequences will be very difficult. So what I've understood, after doing the meditations, you will be able to understand yourself. And you will be able to understand also, and you'll be able to feel the vision also, what exactly you have to do in your life. Because I think as a Brahmin or as a Brahma Kumar, we are here in this world to give the benefit to people.
Yes.
And that's the main attitude of this world. And this is what I think for dealing with the different circumstances, this all really things will help us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what the thing I could say that, yeah, if you are following if you are very honest with your life and honest with what you are doing, I would say that your life is very good.
Thank you, Sunil. That's wonderful. Very good philosophy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So we're going to have a little meditation now
Yes.
to finish. And everyone, when they come, will look forward to seeing Sunil and feel that they know you better when they come for the retreats once the lockdown is over.
Sure.
Yes.
But before we go, I would like to say, those who are watching, or either they are BKs or they are non-BKs anyway, I would like to give the message from this stage that the main thing is that we have to understand about our life, what exactly life is. Because there are so many different circumstances in this world. And there will be more difficult circumstances in the future also.
Yeah.
But we have to understand, because this is life, and that life and the circumstances will keep on changing. We should not have any fear in our heart, because if you have a faith on yourself and the God, you won't have any fear in your life. And because of that courage will make you uplift in your life, and that upliftment make you to face all the different circumstances in your life. So I would say on this camera that there will be more circumstances, but try to face the circumstances, not to fear the circumstances.
Yeah, very
if you'll
good.
fear from the circumstances, there'll be more stress in your life, there'll be more difficulties in life. But just let go of the circumstances, whatever the circumstances are.
Very good. That's very
So please, yeah, I would like to say, whatever the circumstances are in this world, forget about the things, what's happening in this world, and just go doing what we have to do in our life. Thank you so much, and Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sunil. That's very good. So we're just going to have a little meditation to finish with, and sit comfortably, spine straight, and relax. Take a deep breath. So I, the soul, am separate from this body. I, the soul, am a tiny, tiny point of light in the center of the forehead. And I direct this body. I tell this body what to do, and this body does it. And so it's very good to have time in my life to meditate. Take time out to be still, to be quiet. And I let the love of God, the Supreme, the Divine, wash over me. I feel refreshed. Just a few minutes does magic. So slow down my thoughts, think less, speak less, Speak softly, speak sweetly, with love for all beings and all of nature, animals, everything. Fill my mind with love and kindness, and don't give sorrow and don't take sorrow. I, the soul, am peace. Om Shanti.